Hey folks, it's the Jeff and Dan Show, and welcome. Tonight we're going to talk about reliving our high school years. That's right, coming up next on the Jeff and Dan Show.
Who's the greatest guys you met? Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Who's gonna be hard to forget? Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Tune in your bad mood. Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Get you laughing crazy. Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Pull up a blunt and sit right down because it's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. Be wee.
It's Wednesday. It's 7 o'clock. It's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. I said it's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. Oh my. Junior and senior high school announcements. Attention all students, attention all students. All work must be completed for the school year and submitted to the proper teacher Monday by noon for credit. Failure to do so may result in a failing grade and possible summer school. Attention seniors. This year's senior skip day will be Saturday, June 16th. Please adjust your schedule for this date and mark plans accordingly. Congratulations to the school baseball team in their perfect season. The Fightin' Flanderers gave up a 2-run lead in the 8th to fall to the mighty York High 5-6, capping off an 0-12 season. The cafeteria menu for today will be ham sandwich with mustard, veggies tray, fruit cup, milk. Students, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, but first, here is your principal and founder of the Jeff and Dan Show, Junior Senior High, Mr. Jeff.
Yes, there he is.
I pledge of allegiance.
Yes.
How's it going?
Not too bad, sir. How have you been?
Good.
Yes. And we should probably, do a little drum roll for finding out how much money we actually made at our yard sale. 0. All right.
Oh.
Jeff and Dan applied no money towards that. Yes, we had bills to pay. What are you going to do? Yes, we had.
That's how much money we got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Jeff and Dan Show made that much money from that. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yes. We're greedy. What are you going to do? No, everybody has bills to pay, man. Fucking bills to pay. And that's the reason why it was cool to stay in high school.
That's probably one of the biggest reasons to stay in high school.
Right? Not everybody did, but you know. My daughter just graduated high school. One of my fifth adult child has graduated high school and is going to college. So
your
kind of happy about
adult
that.
child.
Fifth adult child, yeah.
Fifth adult child.
Yes. So I have 5 adults running out there. A bunch of assholes.
No way, do you really? Oh, shit,
Yeah.
I guess you do. So,
Yes.
I didn't realize. Oh,
Yes.
man.
They'll tell you themselves, we're assholes. And it's like, yeah, you're right.
Pap's an asshole.
That's right, yeah. So, but no, I'm proud of each and every one of them for their own accomplishments and the stuff that they've gone through and that they've done. But
they've all graduated high school?
every one of them.
Good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. Especially my first daughter. I was thinking she wasn't going to, but hey, she did it. She turned around and got it. So
She
good to
turned
go.
out pretty good, man.
Yeah,
Despite
not too bad.
the shit that she went through.
Yeah,
She turned out pretty good.
I think so. I'd like to think so. So I'm gonna tune out this.
Yeah,
there we
shut
go,
them
idiots.
kids up.
Shut them the fuck up.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't do that. It's fucking. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, give him a gun.
She must be planting flowers.
I know what she can plant tulips on. Yes.
Anyways, tonight we're talking about reliving high school.
Oh my God, yes.
And it's been a beautiful 12 years since I've been out of high school.
I know it's been about that long for me too.
And I'll tell you what, sometimes I want to go back. I think just about everybody wants to go back. Maybe not necessarily everybody, but a lot of people want to go back. And I want to go back, and there's a few simple reasons as to why I and everybody else wants to go back.
Yeah.
The first one was you said it right. You said it right from the get-go. There's no responsibilities.
Yeah.
There's no. You're going to get your lights turned off.
Yeah.
You're going to come out and you're going to be thrown out in the street.
That's right. Exactly.
You don't have any of that. The only thing you have to do in high school is behave and pass.
Right. Yes, exactly. And that's what I try to tell my kids. It's that simple.
All you have to do.
Learn a little bit. Learn a little bit. I mean, at least for a couple of weeks, because it's from the time you learn the material to the time you're tested on the material is only a couple of weeks. So it's like, just learn it for that long. You're done. Same thing with college, man. Learn for a couple of weeks. Boom. Son, you're done. Okay. I don't need to know this shit anymore. That's what gets me about college. High school is different. College is not. College is, I can go to college 40 years ago. I could have gone to college. Well, I couldn't have technically, but I'd have been still floating around. But in my dad's balls. No, but 40 years ago, you could go to college, take classes, get yourself an associate's degree. 40 years later, go back to college and never have to look back at those classes ever again. You don't have to go back and take those ever again. So it's kind of like, do what you can, get what you done, get done what you can, get it over with. So, yeah. But high school is not like that. High school, you've got to learn that shit, and it's consecutive.
High school is just pretty much a little bit basics and beyond, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You're still pretty sheltered.
Yes. And they don't teach you shit like, taxes, checkbooks, checking accounts, savings, anything to do with money, really. What they teach you is the mitochondria, is the powerhouse of the cell. And that's pretty much all they teach you. Mm-hmm. So once you know that thing, it's like, oh, mitochondria. Well, that's just lovely.
Well, that's because of the deoxyribose nucleic acid.
That's right. Yes, we must talk about our DNA. Or DRNA. Yeah, that's it. RNA. All right, whatever. Yeah, so anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
What was I saying? Glory days. That's another reason why people would like to go back.
Glory holes would be another reason.
Well,
unless it's in the boys' locker room, then maybe not.
What? Put what? Where?
Yeah. Why does it feel like it has a mustache? I don't know if I could go with it. That's horrible. Yeah, that's just sick. But
are you eating?
I am caramelizing. Would you like a caramel?
No, thanks.
Okay.
All right. Just for now.
Yes. Okay.
Ask me another 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, I've eaten them all by then, but it's like acid for me. I just got to take it all. I mean,
anyways, some of the reasons why we want to go back is
I can't get this to stop making noise even on the air. That's fucked up. Anyway, go ahead. I'm trying, man. I'm trying not to make it so kind of obvious.
Well, you really are reliving high school tonight, man.
I'm totally behind.
No gum in class.
Can I come in class?
Sure. You just ain't sitting behind me.
Exactly. No, I'll sit over there behind Janie. Ooh. Anyway, go ahead. What else?
Sports.
Yes, and that's a big one, I bet. I know for a fact there's quite a few people that I know that would just love to go back and rehash those.
There's a couple sports that you just don't play organized after you leave high school.
Right.
Football, track.
Yeah.
You can play baseball, but...
Yeah. It's in the form of softball usually, but, it works.
And another reason, and it's kind of sad, but I can see it being a reason, that was the best years of their life. And that's kind of sad because, at least in today's society, in today's culture, you're still viewed upon as a kid. Your best years were then as a kid.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that means your adulthood sucked. I think that's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. I agree that is sad. And I do know people that are like that. They're like they look forward to their high school reunions because this is the kind of shit that they want to go back to. And it's like, but why? Why? They're like, oh, man, best years of my life. But I got to be honest with you, man. There's quite a few people out there, and I wish I probably, if I did not mention this, I'd probably get, the kitchen sink thrown at me. There are people that do not like high school, and they do not want to return. Most of those people are the ones that were heavily bullied. My wife is a good example of that. She does not like high school. She doesn't even. She loves to be able to go on Facebook sometimes and look up some of the people that she used to know in high school and watch how poorly they're doing, and just sort of be like, "Hey, hi," you know.
I would have thought she would have been a popular one, if not necessarily. See, well,
I didn't fuck the cheerleader. I didn't fuck the prom queen. You know, come on.
I didn't fuck the cheerleader until she was asleep.
I'm all about the pudding, putting my dick in that. That's right. No, but that's the thing. I think
They're. I don't know about today, but back when I was in high school, there was only a few major categories.
12 years ago. Anyway.
12 years ago, there was only a few major categories.
Yeah.
There were heads.
Yes.
Or hoods.
Yes.
There was jocks.
Yep.
There was preps.
Yep.
There was geeks.
Yeah, geeks and nerds. They kind
Geeks
of
and
were
nerds
mixed together.
went hand in hand.
Yeah.
Sometimes literally.
Yeah,
Nowadays, you got, under geeks and nerds alone, you've got emu, you've got emoticon. I don't know. You got hundreds of subcategories. Well, not hundreds.
But even back then, you still had those. And each one of those was a classification of a certain type of person. A geek, a nerd, and a dork. All three of those things were sort of lumped together as one thing, but each one of those was a different type of person. And I can tell you what kind they were. But go ahead. What else?
You're right. It's like, he's smart. He's nerdy.
Right. He wears his glasses. He's got a little thing. People pick on him all the time. He's small and frail.
Now him, he's goofy looking, and he ain't very bright. He's a dork.
Yeah, he's a dork. Yeah. Emos are definitely what we would have considered back then dorks. Really? Yeah, because, I mean, they are the crossbreed. I know it's fucked up. They are the crossbreed of the dork and the head. Yes. The head are the people that are like punks and cigarette smokers. And I was a head.
The rock and rollers.
Yeah, the stoners, the fucking drinkers, the shit like that. Yeah, pretty much the guys who like to party. Like to party, listen to rock and roll,
Party
get down
and rock and roll.
Exactly, and that's kind of what you got when you mix together the dorks and the heads. Somewhere along the line, something went bad, and a black goop just sort of formed, and then it poured out on itself, and then it started to cut itself. I don't know. That was the emos, Come on. So, but yeah,
I don't follow because I look at it the situation, and then going back to my Cowtown high school.
Yeah.
Any of the head girls were kind of cute.
Kind of.
If not pretty.
Yeah. But they were kind of like that lanky, beer drinking in the backwoods kind of shit.
Dare I say it? Skanky.
Skank. Yeah, that could work.
A little bit skanky.
That could work. I know a couple of those girls, and you would look at them and you go, yeah, she's definitely a head. And then you realize that, she probably got together with some dork. Because she, biker chicks would be a great example.
No, they don't go after dorks and nerds and geeks
and dweebies. That's what I'm saying. It was a cross-breeding of some kind of weird shit.
Somebody fucked up
along the way, man. And then they mixed the thing together and black shit came out and then it started putting black lipstick on it. It was fucking horrible. And that's exactly where you get your emos from. Same thing with a lot of those other little weird, bizarre little things. Like... a great example is if you take a geek. I'm sorry, not a geek. I'm not a geek. A nerd. If you mixed a nerd with a prep, you end up getting a cosplayer. I shit you not, man. I shit you not. That's exactly what that is. It's a preppy person who has a lot of time and effort in putting into their loves and their things. And then you have nerds who are just into exactly what they're into, which makes them nerdy. You know what I mean? So, like, cosplayers are kind of smart. So you could almost say geeks, too. I guess geeks are those people... Okay, if you went to somebody's house in the time we were in high school, if you went to somebody's house, you were more than likely going to either find somebody having a good party and just enjoying themselves, or everybody jammed down in the basement around a table playing D&D. And if that was the case, they were playing D&D. That's exactly where that geekdom started. Kind of in that whole realm of Star Wars... and these guys sitting around a table fighting demons and dragons and shit like that is where our geekdom came from. And that progressed on to a couple of geeks got lucky, fucked a couple of preppy chicks, or vice versa, gender-wise, and those kids were born. And those kids came up to be like, oh, you know what? I really, really love stuff like Anusagi and Akira and all these anime fucking things. And I really want to dress like Sailor Moon. Fucking hey, I want to be Sailor Moon. And that's exactly where cosplay started.
Yeah. Okay. Let's all dress up like evil Pikachu.
Yeah, exactly. Anime. It's all anime. Pretty much all of cosplay started with anime. And then things went away differently, way bit differently. And people ended up starting to do, different TV shows and, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And they started dressing up like C-3PO and R2-D2. I don't know how they did that. But yeah.
Teletubbies.
Right. And that's where cosplayers came from. It's just weird, though, that we're in that wonderful position where we got to see where the resources for these things came from. We got to see what the preps looked like and how they acted and what they did. We got to see what the geeks looked like and how they acted and what they did, and the nerds and the jocks and the, and the heads. We got to see all that from the beginning. And it's not something that was just, it just happened. It was something
Don't you think it went
bubbled over time.
A little bit before us, though? Like
it did. That's what I'm saying.
70s.
Even earlier resources, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a time when you went to school and it was either you were a head or you were a prep. And that's pretty much all you had, heads and preps.
I can believe that. Look at Happy Days.
Exactly. Yeah, the Fonz, and then you had everybody else. That was pretty much it, which is fucked up because the Fonz was like 40 years old in that show. I don't know, it's really strange.
A.
That's right.
B.
I'm going to give you some 16-year-old pussy. All right.
Now I'm going to hit this jukebox.
Yeah, exactly. See, so it's kind of one of those things where it's, we saw where these resources came from, and Happy Days is a great example of where we saw it before us. So we see, these are where these two things came from.
So they just keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying.
Right, and guess what's going to happen eventually? Eventually, you're going to have thousands of classifications of people. So kids nowadays, they don't even care to try and classify what people are. They don't try to say, oh, I'm a geek, or I'm a dork, or I'm a nerd. No, my kids, especially my at-home kids, my two daughters who just grew up and left, fucking shits. They have multiple classifications. They don't have just one thing. They're not just like, oh, I'm a prep, or oh, I'm a geek, or oh, I'm a nerd.
And in today's generation, those kids, yeah, they are absolutely thrilled to death to be labeled a geek.
Right.
Or
the rise of the geeks, the rise of the nerds. It absolutely 100%
rise
happened.
of the geeks.
It did, man.
Revenge of the nerds.
That's why all of this great stuff is happening with all these people saying things like, no bullying, and you've got to stop doing those things to these people, man, because it's just not right, It's like, man, that's the shit that we got hit with while we were in school. I got bullied until I turned 14. And at that point in time, I packed on not only muscle, but I packed on a lot of size, sheer height and everything, and practically scared the shit out of everybody. And hey, I got to do what I got to do. You don't fuck around with a guy that's just really big. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. You see the guy, you're like, yeah.
Did you happen to see that? We can address bullying sometime. We can address bullying.
Okay.
But I do have to ask you, what are you doing later tonight?
Oh.
No.
Well, let's see. I've got to do my nails.
Have you ever seen that video about maybe they're like 2 5th or 6th graders somewhere around, and this kid is just bullying this little fat kid.
Oh yes.
And then this little fat kid, something just snapped.
And he just beat the shit out of this kid.
He picked up this kid and just threw him up in the air, and the kid fell right back down on the cement. You could tell that kid was hurting.
Oh, yeah.
He limped off fast. Mm-hmm. He was hurting.
And then they tried to get him. They tried to make it so that the little portly child was the one that was the aggressor. And it's like, no, that's not the way it happened. In the court of public opinion, that kid was being teased, taunted, and tormented.
Well, he was. If I remember right, I saw it right there with my own face.
In the video, yep. And the parents of the other kid were like, well, it's just not right. No, it's just not right. Your kid's fucking around with this other kid.
And somebody stood up for themselves,
You know what? The way we were raised.
I guarantee you nobody ever messes with that kid again.
Maybe not. Maybe some. There's people out there that are dicks that are just like, oh, it's that kid. I'm going to fuck with him. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. I think, honestly, that we grew up in a way that was, if you did something stupid, take your lickings. Somebody's going to whoop you, get whooped. You can fight back, but sometimes you're in the wrong, So get your ass whipped, But then again, I wouldn't take that. I'd be like, let's get fucked up.
That kind of reminds me of a story when I was in high school. 6 dudes, and this is kind of a compliment. 6 older dudes come up and had a little talk with me about me and this other kid. Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to back off and leave him alone.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and back then I was terrified, shaking in my shoes. These
sure.
Senior high kids coming up, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with them. It took 6 of you motherfuckers against an 8th grader. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. You're about to have your ass handed to you. Yeah, that's pretty bad. No, I've been in that situation. I've been on both sides of that situation. Somebody fucked with a girl that we knew. We went and took care of business. It's just the way it was. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know about you, but in my area where I'm from, we were in a clique. So it was kind of like all of my friends, well, my friends, all of my friends stood up for one another. There's numerous times where Bill would get into some serious, because Bill was a lover, he wasn't a fighter. And I'd take care of business, because we're in a clique. That's the way we are, You got to be that way. You got to help your friends, So the one girl gets in trouble, and then it's like, hey, let's just go and take care of business. And that's what we end up doing.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool. So, then it was just like, hey, but you guys want to fucking come on. I'm bringing it. You's about to get your ass whipped. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna beat the...
And I can't get up.
That's right, exactly. I'm bringing the air raid. Come on, let's do it. I'm gonna kick that. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Remain in your houses. Remain in your houses. Turn out your lights.
That's right. I'm a
Fine.
come up with this motherfucker. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna fuck it all up, man. I'm gonna beat your ass, motherfucker. Come here. Bring your ass over here. Get over here. Get over here. You're going off the top of this building, man. It was a pretty big building.
That was a pretty big first grader.
Yes, it was. Me being in 12th grade wasn't such a good thing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
moving right along here. Let's talk about the Pennsylvania high school athletic team mascots.
Let's do that.
Which I find very, very strange.
That's kinky.
Because, and I understand you can't all the time, but
I can.
Like Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay?
Right.
That's their team. They were made steel,
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were supposed to name your teams for.
Right.
Philadelphia 76ers. Not all teams do that.
Right.
Why not, though? So Pennsylvania. Let's take my high school, East Juniata.
Okay.
We were known as the East Juniata Tigers, and our colors were maroon and gray. A, I have never seen a maroon and gray tiger.
Nobody has.
And B, I have never seen a tiger in Juniata County.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it would have been better if we would have been called the East Juniata Amish.
East Juniata farmers. Be green and yellow, and tractors on the side of your helmets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Little fucking things of buckwheat hanging out your mouth. Hey, man, what's going on? Come on, shit.
Here are a couple of interesting high school mascots in
Do it.
Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania.
Yes, a couple local.
Yep. There's some. Cannon McMillan, Big Macs.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, they got a big football team.
Mars,
Pennsylvania,
Fighting Planets.
yeah. Well, you know that's what it is. Mars is the god of war. Anyway, good.
Northampton, Concrete Kids. And what's really odd, what's really weird about this, they spell concrete with a K.
Oh.
Let's see. I'll bet nobody does very well in spelling in that high school, do
Yeah.
they? Does it start with a K or a CH or a C? Or
That's like-
I'm confused.
That's like spelling Ketchup County Killers and the counties with a K. You know what I'm saying? K.
Catch my drift.
That's right.
Here's one. The Williamsport Millionaires. I don't know if you've ever been to Williamsport, man, but the only millionaire they got up there is the one that lives on top of the mountain and owns the Little League field. That's it.
Yes, the Little League All-Stars field, that's basically the guy. Damn, that's messed up. Millionaires. Whew.
Yeah, the millionaires.
Yeah, what else?
Now, I don't know the names of these schools, but here are the ones that the mascot is only used one time in the school, meaning that there are only one school with the mascot Aces.
Okay, gotcha.
Aces, antelopes, barons, berries.
The
I'm serious.
There's a team named the Berries. Oh, fuck.
And wild fruity colors. Big Macs, Big
Yeah.
Reds, Black Hawks, Black Knights, Black Panthers, Black Hawks, Blue Bombers, Blue Demons, Blue Jays, Blue Knights, Blue Pirates, Blue Storm, Blue Streaks, Bucks, Buffaloes, Bullets, Bulls, Centurions, Chiefs, Clippers, Colonials, Crushers, Defenders, Drakes, Dukes, Dutchmen, Dynamos, Elks, Explorers, Fightin' Tigers, Fightin' Irish, Fightin' Owls, Firebirds, Flames, Foresters, Foxes, Galloping Ghosts.
That's got to be a Gettysburg thing.
I just went to tackle him and shit. He wasn't there. The Generals, the Gladiators, the Golden Beavers, Golden Hawks, Golden Lions, Golden Mules, Golden Rams, Golden Tide, Golden Tigers, Golden Tornado.
Golden. That shit is golden.
Green Dragons, Green Knights, Green Wave, Gremlins, Grenadiers, or Grenadiers?
Grenadiers. Or no, Grenadiers, I guess. No, I think it'd have to be Grenadiers. That's weird.
Griffins. Do you know what a griffin is?
Yes.
Will
Yeah.
you tell our audience?
It's an eagle with, it has an eagle's head, a lion's body, and wings, and it's got something else that's back end. I forget what it is.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Hatters, Hillers, Hilltoppers, Invaders, Jayhawks, Lakers, Leopards, Muskies, Night Owls, Oilers, Olympians, Orioles, Phantoms, Phoenix, Pirates, Polar Bears, ding, 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 ding.
Bing!
Lynx, Maples, Marauders,
Ooh.
Meteors,
Meat eaters.
Millionaires, Mohawks, Razorbacks, Rebels, Red Dragons, Rough Riders, Rovers. I went to that school.
Rough Riders. Ooh, Rough Riders.
Sailors, Scouts, Shamrocks, Slaters, Speed Boys. No way. Squires, the Steelers, Stingers, the Terrors, the Thunder, the
You said
Thunderbolts,
Steelers a couple times, didn't you?
Thunderherd, Tide, Timberwolves, Vanguards, Victors, Whippets. Yellow Jackets and the Zephyrs. Do you know what a Zephyr is?
A Zephyr.
Yeah.
I know it's a car.
It
I
is a
don't remember what
car.
it's
It
about.
is a car.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a Zephyr is.
Yeah,
Now,
not sure.
these next high schools with their mascots are the only one mascot ever used in the United States.
Oh, wow.
Yep. The Bald Eagles.
Okay.
I find that hard to believe.
That seems strange, yeah.
But okay, anyways, the Battling Bulls,
Okay.
Battling Miners,
Okay.
Big Macs,
Yeah.
Blue Pirates. No, not their balls, the whole Pirates.
I'm gonna get me some booty. No, I'm not. Shit, I've got blue balls now. I'm a blue pirate.
The Blue Storm. Wouldn't that just be like a cloudless day?
Really, honestly. Yeah.
We're getting hit with all this sunshine.
blue. Blue are you? Oh.
The Bridgers, The Bubblers.
Bubblers. Yeah, we know the Bubblers. They're local.
Buckhorns, Buckskins, Cahillite, Cahillite.
Cahillite, yeah.
Is that some kind of stagtite or fermentite?
Cahillite, I don't know. I have no idea.
Underwear tight?
Yeah.
The Canaries.
Okay.
The Canners.
Yes, that's another local.
Only one in the United States.
I can believe it or not, because who the fuck is stupid enough to name their team the Canners?
Well, but it goes back to what we were talking about. You know why they're called the Canners is because the town just employs...
Yeah, people to can shit, like...
It's more fruit than shit, but it will be shit.
Yes.
The Cedars.
Right. Smells like it.
The Chucks.
The Chucks?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
I think that's probably Punxsutawney, but I don't know.
Oh, that makes sense.
The Churchmen. Can you imagine that? That's either a private Christian school.
It's got to be, yeah. I'm thinking like Delone or some shit like that, you know.
The Electrons. The Elker.
The Electrons. Hey, that's pretty cool. The Elker?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Elkon, the Electrons, the Fighting Planets.
Yeah.
The Flying Dutch.
Oh, not the Flying Dutchman, just the Flying Dutch.
The Flying Dutch.
Fucking Amish dudes getting thrown around. Fucking beards flapping in the wind. And
We
shit.
are no longer in Kansas anymore.
That's right. I don't believe in your telephone. What the hell is electricity? The Flying Dutch. For people that don't know, we have Amish, and Amish are part of the Dutch German tradition here in Pennsylvania. Anyway, what else?
Grape pickers.
These fucking, you gotta imagine some of this shit's getting picked on, man. You know what I mean?
the
Nose
grape
pickers, and the nose pickers. We're gonna go on today, boys, and play the butt pickers.
And we're going to play the gay rape pickers.
Gay rape.
Come here, boy.
The G rape pickers, yeah. Yeah, G even incredible.
The Hubbers.
The Hubbers.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Gems with a J.
Okay. I can believe that.
Concrete Kids. Little Indians.
Wow, nowhere else.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Little Lions, which is State College.
Yeah.
The Mules. Really, though, what could possibly be terrifying about a mule? The only thing you have to do is just don't walk behind it.
That's right. We're gonna stamp you right in the fucking forehead with a pair of these freaking,
Every time we play them in basketball, we just throw feet on the floor.
You get them out on the football field and they don't move. Braying, trying to fucking just stand there. I'm not moving. Fuck you. It's like the burrows. Come on. Anyway, okay. What else?
Okay, I gotta find my place.
Okay, we're at the
Okay.
the
The
dome.
Mighty Elephants.
Okay, I can believe that.
Where in Pennsylvania has there ever been an elephant?
That's right.
I mean, besides.
Naturally, the mighty elephants. Yeah.
The Mighty Mikes.
Okay.
I have no idea. The Prexies. Do you have any idea what a Prexy is?
No, I have no idea.
We are Prexies. No, I have no idea.
Me either. I don't either. Yeah.
How about Quips? Oh, it might be Aliquippa.
Could be the Bruds and the Quips.
Special education for gangs.
Right. We're here, and these guys are purple and we're orange. We're the Bruds and the Quips. Oh, shit.
We gonna fuck you up.
Oh shit, we're going to hell. Anyway,
The Rail Splitters.
the rails. Okay, that's a train thing.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The Red Tornado.
Okay. Actually, that was going to be the name of the soccer team my son played on.
Red Tornado.
Yeah, they were going to call it the Red Tornadoes, but they went against that and they went to the Wrecking Balls. I thought for sure it was Wrecking Ball. You know what I mean? Like Wrecking Ball. But no, it was Wreck in Balls. I'm like, dude, who the fuck came up with that, man? That's just horrible. Oh my God! It's like, yeah, that was bad. But they gave the kids the option of coming up with the name, so hey, they got to live with it. Anywho,
Royal Lancers.
okay,
Seals. Selinsgrove, that's where my dad went to school.
the Seals.
The Steamrollers.
I've heard of those. Yeah, Mannheim. it's really what it is, Mannheim Steamrollers. Yeah.
The Swords. The Talbots.
Huh.
And this one here is the only one in the United States is the Wild Cats. The only one with a space. Because, there are hundreds of teams of Wildcats.
Yeah, like Arizona Wildcats.
Okay, last part of this segment.
Okay.
Top 15 most popular mascot names everybody's got.
Yes.
In Pennsylvania.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Coming in at number 15 on our survey,
Okay.
the Raiders.
Ooh, yeah, I bet
There are 7 Red Raiders and 2 Blue Raiders.
Yeah.
The Wildcats. There's 15 Wildcats.
Wow.
1 Wildcats.
Oh, yeah. And probably countrywide.
Bulldogs. There are 15 Bulldogs.
I believe it.
There are 17 Knights. 3 golden, 1 black, 1 blue, 1 green.
Wow.
There are 17 Tigers. There is 1 Fighting Tigers, 1 Golden Tigers, 1 East Juniata Tiger.
So they add in the even the ones that have names and colors and shit like that. Okay, I got you. Go ahead.
The Rams. There are 19 Rams.
Okay, what number are we on?
1, 2,
Number
3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
So we're number 9. Okay.
Coming to number 8, Vikings.
Okay.
19 Vikings.
Yeah.
19 Cougars.
Wow.
Yeah, that just sounds like a terrible buffet.
Oh, I could. Yeah, so terrible. So terrible. Overlarge breasts and women who are so exposed to sex, they've known it for years and are describing it. Yes, that sounds terrible. Anyway.
Coming in at number 7,
Yes.
there are 20 Spartans.
Okay. Makes
6,
sense.
there are 21 Lions.
Okay.
22 Trojans, which is a very good month. 22 Eagles.
Was that all?
Yep.
That's
4
not fair.
golden eagles and 1 bald eagles.
I would imagine it would have been higher than that. What number was that?
That was number 4.
Number 4. Okay, because we have 3 in our area alone.
Bermudian.
Bermudian, Dover, and Cumberland Valley.
Yep.
So they're all eagles. That's 3 just here alone, and that's just within like a fucking 25-mile radius.
And you would think there'd be more eagles in Eagle, Pennsylvania territory, like central.
Right. Not
You know,
yeah. Well,
in the
I mean,
woods.
just like more towards Philly, I would think. Because the Philadelphia Eagles, that's kind of what they
True.
base that kind of shit off. But yeah, it's like you would think there'd be more going east, but no.
You want to take a guess? It's number 3?
Number 3, the Steelers. No.
No, there's only one of those.
The Pirates. No.
No. Coming in number 3, we are the...
Penn State?
No. Let me... Whoa. No, that's not right.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Drink, blank. Come out and play.
Warriors.
Yeah, okay.
Warriors. Yeah. Okay.
That's number 3.
That's number 3.
That's 23 Warriors.
23.
Tied at number 3 and number 2
Number 2.
are the Indians.
Indians.
Yep.
That makes sense. That makes
23.
sense. Yeah.
Now, here's one that does make sense for Pennsylvania. The number 1 most common popular name Pennsylvania high school mascots is...
The Phils. The Puxatawny Phils. No, I don't know.
the Panthers.
And that makes sense.
The
Yeah,
30,
Pitt Panthers. Yeah.
30 schools have Panthers.
Now, I take it this is only including high school.
Yeah, this is just... Well, it's just high school, but I don't know if they necessarily include private high schools.
Okay.
They do, because I did see the Squires.
Right.
So that's DeLone.
Yeah, that's DeLone.
Right down the road.
Yeah, unless there's somebody else named the Squires. I mean, it's always possible.
And I
but-
did see the Shamrocks.
Yeah.
But what about... and there are lots of smaller institutions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tons of them.
Yeah.
Tons of them. Yeah. Even ones that don't really have that great of a sports program to begin with. There are some in Pennsylvania that just are like that. They have a small school, so they don't have the money to put into football and basketball and all that neat shit. So
I think I would have done well at a smaller school, at a way smaller school. I mean, I was small school enough, 92 kids, but it was still public and it was still hard for me to adjust.
yeah. Oh no, yeah. Of course, because not a lot. You get to know everybody. You got to know everybody. That's pretty much how it is. They're all in one class.
Well, pretty much when you're going to that high school, you know the entire school body.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like, yeah. If not in one class, then at least 1/3 of your whole school is in one class. Yeah, fucking A, man.
So let's talk about 3 reasons why you wouldn't want to go back to high school.
Okay, and there's probably more, but we'll go with this.
Well, let's hear one. You got one?
I do not.
Okay.
Why I would not want to go back to high school?
Yeah. These are my actual personal reasons. So I guess there are more reasons.
No. We should clarify. When you say go back to high school, are you saying at our current age, or are you saying go back to high school as a teenager like we were when we went to high school?
Well, I guess maybe we do have to qualify it and set some ground rules.
Yeah.
You are given your same body.
Okay. As a kid or as a now?
Kid.
Okay.
Well, if you go back to age 14, you are 14 when you were 14.
I got you. Okay. But you have the mind of...
You do retain your knowledge.
Okay, so you have the mind of now. Okay. Yeah, I would fucking do it anyway. But, I mean, that's just me. I'm crazy. Yeah. What are you going to do? But if I were not going to go back to high school...
If you were not... Well, if I wouldn't...
Read your ideas as to why you would not go back to high school.
Number one in our survey.
Yeah.
it would not be the same. Knowing what you know now. Knowing what you know now, you go back there and you start hanging out with that cute little senior from high school. She's going to be a little baby.
Yeah.
And you act so damn immature.
Yeah.
Just don't say anything and just suck.
Yeah.
And then you're going to feel like a rapist.
Yes. I feel fucking horrible.
No, the kids around you will seem way immature.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't be fun because it's not the same because you're not immature.
Right. Well, except for us.
And
I am. I'm immature as hell.
I'm immature too.
I'll never grow the fuck up.
But I'm
a
way
Toys R Us
on a way much more immature level than these little immature little kids.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, you
I
understand
know
responsibilities.
My way.
Yeah.
I know my way around immaturity.
Yeah. We've crafted paths through immaturity. We're just like, that's us.
Another reason why I wouldn't want to go back.
Okay.
I could fuck it up even more.
That's true. That's definitely true. That's the other thing we should qualify, though. Are we talking about high school today or high school back when we went to school?
I'd have to say, back, we would be transported back to 1983.
Okay, so basically it's us changed back to our teenage selves, but with the minds that we have now. Yeah, I agree with that one. I think I would fuck it up even more. Well, then again, I don't know. See, because I place a vital importance in education now, which is not the way I used to do it. I used to be this hacker slacker and basically just, get through whatever I could by not, slacking off.
Right on, dude. Hurry up and get the least amount of what we have to
Right.
get done so we can party.
That's right. Get the fuck done.
Or sit
so I go
alone in
home.
our rooms and type.
Yes.
Whatever.
Sit and listen to Ozzy and Anthrax and just, have a good time.
But yeah, that's exactly. I would go 2 ways. If I could go back, I would go 2 ways.
I wouldn't go both ways.
I guess I did say that, didn't I?
You're like,
It
I'm
could
going to
go
try
one
it.
of either 2 ways for me.
Okay.
I'd either bat right or bat left.
That's right.
No,
yeah.
I would go back and be a serious student.
Right.
Medical school student.
Yeah.
Maybe even make a run for that valedictorian.
There you go.
Because now I know I can.
Right. You could have. You probably could have a lot easier than I could have.
I didn't think I could, so I didn't try anyway. So
That's the thing. See, that's the thing, and that's what I've always been trying to get on my kids about. I tried to explain to them, listen, you need to take education seriously, because if you do not take education seriously, it won't take you seriously, and you'll be fucking working in a warehouse for the rest of your life, making $14 an hour.
See, that's the other way I would go. Knowing so much what I know now,
Yeah.
studies would be secondary. It would I'd either be all the way, or studies would be secondary. I'd be more worried about my social life, my sports.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, see, the thing is, though, is that you leave those up to chance, especially nowadays. You can't leave that up to chance. It used to be when we were in school,
right.
it was if you had a social life, it was great. You could do all kinds of stuff. If you had a social life, you could do all kinds of crazy shit. You could go and potentially become something more than you were without the knowledge or needing to go to college. In other words, for instance, if you were friends with some of the most intellectual people there, okay, and they went on to MIT, and they graduated MIT, and the top honors, and they blah, 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 and they started a business. And they thought to themselves, man, we really need a top sales guy. We know the guy. We know this guy, man. He's perfect, because when it comes to social and stuff, he's perfect. And that's when they call you up. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was like that before. It's not like that anymore. Can't do that anymore. Can't rely on that anymore. Because the likelihood of them being like, oh, yeah, I remember you from high school. Fuck yeah, let's get into business together. And you can do this and become the senior vice president of this or the president of that or the chairman or whatever the fuck. See what I'm saying?
Because?
Well, because why? Because now we can't do it?
Yeah.
The reason being now is because those people are going to go to college and they're going to meet 200 times more people than they met when we were in school. So they're going to meet a shit ton of people, and all those people are going to be like, oh, man, dude, I'd love to go into business with you. Look at my great social skills. I'm wonderful. I can go out here and fucking get all these sales for you and blah, blah, blah. And little old you back at home, you're expecting that because of your social graces and your ability to make friends and influence people, that you're going to be able to walk away and these people are going to remember you and come and get you. It's highly unlikely, because those people are meeting other people who are more influential, who are also at MIT, and they're also the salesperson who gets all the drugs. And then they're the ones that, they're the ones they walk off with. So you can't be relying on that. Now it's like kids nowadays, I don't know about you, but I could probably recall about half of my graduating class. Like, I can remember the people. I remember their names. I remember stuff about them. I remember things about how things
many?
went. Probably about 100.
That's about what I had. I had 92.
Yeah. Oh, you mean how many people in my graduating class?
Yeah.
Oh, 380.
Jeez.
I know, yeah. And it's like, that was kind of the smallest high school in Fairfax County. So,
I would have to have known 10, 11, and 12th grade. That's how.
Yeah.
In my school.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. You knew those people. I knew about 100 of those people, and other ones, they just either feared me or just didn't give a shit about me. So it was kind of like
no talking, no communication.
Right, exactly. And it was just like, okay, them, but that's okay, because you had your little cliques of people that you hung out with and people that you knew and so on and so forth. So it was like, okay, cool, we'll talk about that, and those people will remember me for the rest of their lives. But my kids nowadays, man, I shit you not, we've walked into some place and it's like, they're like, oh, I know that person. Oh, where do I know that person from? And they find out in 2 minutes, I'm in 7 of your classes. We've known each other for 10 years. What the fuck? What's your name, man? That's the way the kids are. It's just like they are inundated with so much shit that they have a social class, bringing together of their friends, that just their friends, not acquaintances, just friends. They have acquaintances, but those are the people they're going to forget. It's the tightest knit group of people that you're going to always remember. And in the case of kids nowadays, that's about like 4 people. And they move on so fast. My daughters, when they were at home, they were always, oh, this is my best friend. This is my best friend. That's great. That's your best friend and everything. You can call them that. But I promise you, within a year or two, you're going to be like, well, I don't really talk to them that much anymore. How the fuck were they your best friend to begin with? You know what I mean? It's like, you should be able, if they're your best friend decades from now, still be able to talk to one another, no matter what, through thick and through thin. And boom, ever get back together again, go have some coffee, talk about shit, start a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the shit. But that's the thing. And they don't get that. They're like, oh, this is my best friend. This is my best. And I'm like, no. They're just your friend, man. Just your friend. But that's the thing. Like I said, they go by the wayside so quickly. And with us, it was never like that. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all these people that we had to meet. We didn't have people that were fuckable on Tinder and shit like that. We had to go and get pussy ourselves. You know what I mean?
See, kids today seem to be electronically isolated.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. And they respect technology very little. Very little. It's like, for me, because you know me, I'm a geek, I'm a tech, and I know all this stuff. For me, it's like my kids are like, it's fucked up, fix it. Here, take it, fix it. And I'm like, no, you fix it. I don't know how. I don't even know how to operate the thing. All I know how to do is whatever it tells me on the screen, and I just follow those prompts. And I'm like, you know what? That's right. That's exactly true. Kids nowadays don't know how to get in depth into anything.
Same way with me and a phone and a lot of other things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's different because yours was an elected process of being able to, over time, just not learn or worry about the technology. That's fine. That's understandable completely, 100%. But kids nowadays are nothing but technology. And it's like, how can you live your life by not sitting down and sort of thinking to yourself, how does this work? You know what I mean? They don't even think about how this is working. They don't understand the process of what Twitter is. They just know that Twitter is this interesting thing that they see online and they go to and they fuck with, or they go to Facebook. And I've just always relied on the fact that Facebook is there, what? I like that dude, like Goofy's friend, the guy that lives next door with his son. Shit, what the hell is his name? He's like that weird dude, fuck, I can't think of his name. I do his voice anyway.
Patrick?
No, Patrick's, I think, his son. And then there's Max. What you doing, Max? Maxie boy. Yeah, that's Goofy's son, Max. But no, Patrick, I think, is the kid the next door. No, Patrick Star, too, from SpongeBob SquarePants. Anyway, inundated with media shit all of a sudden. But no, that's what I'm saying. They just don't care where this is coming from. They just want it to work.
Let me wrap this up here, and then we'll move on to something else.
Wrap it up.
3 reasons why you don't want to go back. The last one being, for me, one of the qualifiers is you still have to submit to your parents' authority. You're going to go back to being a tomato tied on a steak.
Right.
You have to grow a tomato on a steak, or else it's going to get wild and crazy, woolly, and its fruit will end up on the ground and not produce any good fruit anyways. Right. And that's pretty much what you have to do with kids. Yeah. You have to tie them to a stake.
Yeah. Yeah. And make them sit there and
light it. No, but that's what you have to do so they grow up straight.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to grow up straight if you light it. They'll burn up straight, but they won't light up.
Straight up in smoke.
That's right, yeah. I wonder what it'd be like to smoke your kid. Yeah. Okay. They didn't like that very much. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So.
And I could never. I've always had a problem just submitting to authority. I've always had a problem with it. And that was one of the worst, is submitting to any kind of parents. It's different now, of course, because, I'm older and mature and I love my parents. Yeah. But I still would have to be under their authority. Yeah. And bedtime was at 10, 11 o'clock-ish. Yeah, that's right. I'd be staying up till 12:01 every night.
Right, exactly. My kids do that now. They're 12 years old and 10 years old. And they're up at 3:30 in the morning. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing awake? It's summertime, Dad. Yeah, what the fuck are you doing awake?
Even summertime. I didn't really have a bedtime.
Right.
But
you had a time to be home and a time to sort of be in your room. And that was it.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah. That's kind of the way mine was, too.
But now, I can't take that now.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my mom and dad, but I couldn't go back and submit to authority again like that.
I know.
Then again, it might be different because, I would know what I know now. And one of the things I didn't know then was just do your chores, pitch in, and act like a good son.
Right, exactly. That's the main one. That's the one that kills me now. It's like, you should hear my kids hemming and hawing about having to go outside and move some brush or whatever.
Look, kids, there'll be a day you're going to desire to do this for your dad.
Yes.
You're going to want to do this, and he's either not going to be around,
right,
or you'll be too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
So enjoy it now.
I'll be too really fucking old, yeah.
And if you're really good, I'll teach you how to drive the tractor.
All right. She bought it. He bought it. He went right through the windshield. Did you hear that? Listen to that one again. Listen to that one again. He goes right through the windshield. I'm all over here. Poor motherfucker. Yeah, that's right.
Reckon I guess I better not put that glass there.
That's right. Yeah, what are you going to do? Anyway, so what else?
And we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up and we're going to do the top 10 most important things in life.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah,
Let's
why not?
do that. Why not? Fucking A, man.
So, all right.
Starting at number 10. Oh. Seriously?
Oh, would you look at that?
These guys don't like us, man.
Would you look at that? Well, I do believe I heard the final bell. And it's time to go. And before we go, I'd like to thank our producers, Bill and Ted.
There's the final bell.
That's the final bell.
Oh, okay.
And they're off. And thank our audience. Thank you guys for tuning in each and every week. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Jeff doesn't. I do.
Get the fuck off my yard!
Anyways, we hope to see you here next week, 7 o'clock, Wednesday, jeffanddan.com. Have a good night and a great week.
Hasta la vista, bitches.